Now in this lesson, I just want to talk about the border property, which is another one of the properties that we can maximize and use for spacing. Let's say I just want to go to our header navigation here and I want to apply a border and give it a width of at least 2 pixels with a border solid value, and the color will be white. Now if we go try to save this and go to our document here, you would see that in our box model, we now have here a border of color white in our navigation area. The border property that we used here is a shorthand property, CSS property, that will be setting the element's border. It can set a value for the border width. We can see that here, for the border style, which is solid, and for the border color. Just remember that the border will be invisible if its style is not defined. This is because the style defaults to none. And we can apply 1, 2, or 3 values as we have listed here in our project here. Now let me just go and try to show you here some basic syntax here. So as I've said, we can have a style, a single value. We can have 2 values. Here we have the width and the style. Here we have the style or color. Here we have the width, style, and color. So technically you can follow any of this order here, so it doesn't really matter. So if we go and try to check out the styling for solid and we remove the white value here, so if we save this, we can see that we have a default value of black for the border. And then if we go and try to replace this with the 2 pixels dotted value here and replace this with a dotted style, let's see what will happen. Now we have a dotted border on our navigation here. Now if we go try to give this a value of styling for outset and color white background, let's see what will happen here. You will see that looks like an outset. We can also try to give this a value of inset, and you will see that it doesn't really matter what the order you're placing here. So we can see here now that we have an inset 3D effect. And if we try to go and apply a value of medium with dash and still white color, let's try to refresh. We can see that we were able to change the border of our element here, and you can actually make that a smaller pixel here. So you would see that that's how you apply a border property in your element.